Good evening. This is the Dean of all things spicy with conjured vapors peppers, and I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday evening. What'd you all do today? I'm waiting. Did you hang out with family? Did you hang out with friends? What'd you do? Anything fun? Well, anyway, I'm here to do a pepper review. So this is a bleeding raw white crossed with a Mohawk, and it's in the F5 stage. So as I've shown in previous videos, this was grown in my windowsill in a 20-ounce water bottle. There's a koozie, just your normal size koozie. Anytime you grow in a clear container, it's usually best to block the roots and the nutrients from being around too much light. You don't want a lot of fungus growing in your container. So just a tiny little 20-ounce water bottle. And they grow in my living room window, south-facing window. So it will show a video on how to do this. Or you can just look up King Star if you don't want to wait for the video. I'll probably do that this winter when I don't have any pots, which I've said in a few videos. I may not have any after this coming week or this week because Tuesday night and Wednesday night we're looking at about 31 degrees. So I possibly will go clean all my plants up tomorrow. It's always that very close line where anywhere if the weather forecast talks about 30 to 34, I'm always like, do I clean off all my plants and end my season intentionally, green and colored pods, or do I clean off only the pods that are blushing with color and hope that the season goes longer? We are almost to the middle of November, and I think this is the longest I've ever in Pennsylvania grown peppers outdoors. So I may spend tomorrow doing nothing but cleaning off my plants. But anyway, let's check out this bleeding raw crossed with a Mohawk and see what she tastes like. So here you go. Bleeding raw white crossed with a Mohawk in the F5 stage. So that is the 5th allele generation. So when you first cross two flowers from different pepper plants, from different varieties, the parental pod, let's say I just had a bleeding raw white and a Mohawk, and I took the two flowers and I put them together, made magic happen. And if this was the pod that developed from that breeding, then this would be the F0 or the 0 filial generation or the parental generation. Then the seeds inside of here would have been the F1 seeds. So when I plant those seeds out, that plant would be the first filial generation, which would give you a somewhat sense of what the two pods together would look like, right? Then the seeds inside of that fruit would be the second filial generation. That second filial generation is where the magic truly happens. So that is a point at which you plant out 70 plants or 200 plants of those F2 or the second filial generation seeds. And you're going to get 70, 100, 200 different phenotypes, right? So this is a passion of mine. I love chasing phenotypes, especially in that second and that third filial generation. After about the third filial generation, when you're selectively saving and you're getting the phenotype that you want, the flavor, the shape, the color, the how quick it germinates, how fast it gets to production, how much it produces. You take all these different factors and you selectively save for that in the first, second, and third filial generation. And then usually by about the fourth filial generation, no, not even the majority, but a lot of your plants will start giving you that type of a phenotype. Then in the fifth or the sixth generation, then you're going to start getting into the majority of the plants, giving you that exact phenotype that you're looking for. And then around F8, F9, F10, sometimes F11, F12 is when you've truly stabilized that variety. And it's going to give you the same thing every time. And at that point, it's called open pollinated. Here in the pepper community, many people use that term open pollinated improperly. They use it to mean that your garden is not isolated. You're not bagging each flower. You're not bagging the plant to prevent pollinators from coming in and crossbreeding for you. So instead of saying open pollinated, they should be saying you're a non-isolated garden or a non-isolated plant. Open pollinated implies that when you plant seeds from this pepper, which this is not open pollinated, it's a hybrid. But let's say this was an open pollinated variety. When you plant the seeds from this pepper, so long as you use some type of protection, it will give you the fruit that you expect it to give you. So that's the proper way to use the term open pollinated. But you can see this one has a bleeding calyx. So it takes the color of the pepper and it bleeds into this. So this portion that's like grasping onto the pepper is called the calyx. And many times it'll bleed into the pedicle as well. So this is the pedicle or the stem, what most people call the stem. You can see right here, it's bleeding into it just slightly. You can see it's a lighter color of green or maybe a white. But this one, it did not bleed fully into the pedicle, but it bled fully into the calyx. So let's cut her open with my handy dandy knife. See what she looks like on the inside. So in previous videos, I explained how I was going to be highlighting different pepper reviewers. So I've pretty much gotten through all of those that I enjoy watching who don't have, for lack of a better term, a special ability, a high tolerance to be able to truly taste a pepper, right? Don't get me wrong. The fact that I've watched them on a regular basis means every single one that I've already mentioned is special to me in some way, shape, or form. And I hope that you will go back in the past and watch those videos and check out those links that I place in the descriptions below. And please go and check out these people's sites. Please give them a like. Please give them a subscribe. I want to make sure that these reviewers actually get the views that they deserve, right? These are amazing people. After today, I am going to be starting to highlight those people who I see have something amazing when they're reviewing peppers, right? They have high tolerances. That high tolerance gives them the ability to truly taste the flavor differences in peppers. And not to say that anybody that I've already highlighted is not going to be the future pepper review industry. But these that I'm going to be highlighting after today, I almost guarantee they will be, right? These are people who truly have a passion, that truly have this ability to sense not only what a pepper tastes like and what a pepper smells like and what a pepper will do to you, because they have the ability to do that from raising their tolerance to a level where they can get to that point. But also they have a sense of what the people want to see, right? And again, I love everybody that I've highlighted up to this point, or I would not have done so. But tonight, a little bit different. This gentleman is not a reviewer, but he's a fun channel to watch. So Thumpaholic, great guy, fun to watch. He is a fisherman, and he tends to go and drop his line in the water, and sometimes just before he drops his line in the water, sometimes at lunch, he will eat a chili. He'll just munch a chili, and then sometimes he's going out, he's fishing while he's burning, and it's such a cool thing to see. And he truly has a passion for peppers. So please check out the Mohawk. I'll link him in the description down below. I've done a lot of StreamYard for live broadcast, but I have never done a StreamYard for a recording. So this is the first time I'm doing that. So I'm hoping that I will be able to put his information in the description below, because I really want you guys to go check out the Mohawk. Give him a like, give him a subscribe. And even if he's just throwing a line in the water, give it some time. He's going to eat a pepper. Great guy. Fun guy to watch. He's very generous. He truly calls out those people that he enjoys watching. Thank you so much for the shout outs that you've given me to your people. This is my shout out to you. I want you to know that I absolutely love what you do. And I truly think if you ever have the desire to do so, that you could become one of those amazing pepper reviewers. I would love to watch you review peppers. Don't get me wrong, I love watching you burn. But anyway, this is the Bleeding Rawit White, crossed with the Mohawk F5. That's what she looks like on the inside. And her smell is very gentle. Cool thing, a lot of placenta. So in watching reviewers who reviewed this pepper a few years back, they said that it wasn't very spicy. I personally haven't had this pepper yet. My first time is going to be your first time. So let's dive into it and see if it's spicy at all. So that is an absolutely delicious pepper. So it starts out sweet. It gets a somewhat savory note a few bites in, or a few chews in. And it's very mild. I'm talking somewhere between 500, maybe 1,000, 1,500 on the Scoville scale. So less than a poblano, maybe right at poblano heat level. Delicious pepper. Oh my God, this thing is so yummy. You guys need to grow this pepper. Bleeding Rawit White crossed with a Mohawk. Once again, just to let you know, just to show you, it grows very well in a 20-ounce pseudo crack key hydroponic system. So you can't even say you don't have room, because as long as you have a windowsill or even a light over your table or desk, you have plenty of room. This proves it. Anyway, this is the Dean of all things spicy with conjured vapors peppers. Please go check out Thumpaholic. Give them a like, give them a subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a beautiful night. I'm out.